Hello, my friend. Imagine Mr. Frank, a lively 75-year-old who had spent years dreaming of a special trip to celebrate his retirement. After months of planning, he finally set off for a beautiful European cruise with his wife, eager to enjoy the sights and create lasting memories. The excitement was palpable, the kind of trip they had talked about for decades. But only 4 days into the journey, something went terribly wrong. Frank started feeling dizzy, exhausted, and short of breath. He brushed it off at first, thinking it was just jet lag or the excitement catching up with him. But by the evening, he could barely stand. The ship's medical team rushed to help, but being far from any hospital meant that critical treatment was delayed. What was supposed to be a joyful, once-in-a-lifetime adventure turned into a terrifying race against time. Thankfully, Frank survived, but the experience left deep scars, not just physically, but emotionally as well. Stories like Frank's are far more common than we realize. At 70 and beyond, our bodies, minds, and energy reserves are not what they once were. Travel, while exciting, introduces new stresses, both seen and unseen, that can turn a dream vacation into a dangerous ordeal if we're not fully prepared. Today, we're going to explore the 5 hidden dangers that seniors face when traveling after 70. From unexpected health emergencies to hidden financial traps, these risks are real, but they are also manageable if you know what to watch out for. So if you're dreaming of your next adventure, stay with me. Because knowing what challenges lie ahead could make all the difference between a beautiful journey and a heartbreaking one. Travel has always been a symbol of freedom, adventure, and discovery. Yet after age 70, the simple act of traveling becomes much more complex, and far more demanding on the body and mind. As we grow older, our bodies undergo natural changes that affect nearly every system. The immune system, for instance, weakens with age, a process known as immunosenescence. This means seniors are less able to fight off infections and recover from illnesses compared to their younger years. Even a minor cold or a stomach bug can linger longer, hit harder, and lead to serious complications. Circulation also becomes less efficient. Blood vessels lose some of their elasticity, and the heart must work harder to pump blood throughout the body. This makes seniors more vulnerable to problems like blood clots, particularly during long flights or extended periods of sitting, raising the risk of conditions like deep vein thrombosis, DVT. The respiratory system changes too. Lungs may lose some of their elasticity and capacity, making high altitudes or polluted environments more challenging. For seniors with underlying heart or lung conditions, changes in air pressure during flights or exposure to unfamiliar allergens can quickly become dangerous. Beyond physical health, the body's ability to manage fatigue and recover from exertion declines. In younger years, a good night's sleep could erase the exhaustion of a long day of sightseeing. But after 70, recovery takes longer. Sleep patterns are often lighter and more fragmented, and jet lag or disrupted schedules can make it even harder to bounce back after a tiring day. Balance and coordination also subtly weaken with age. Reflexes slow down, bone density decreases, and joints become stiffer. This combination means that even minor trips and stumbles can have serious consequences, such as fractures or long hospital stays that affect long-term mobility. And we cannot overlook the cognitive aspect. Travel requires quick decision-making, handling new information, navigating unfamiliar environments, and sometimes dealing with high-pressure situations. As cognitive processing speed naturally slows with age, managing unexpected changes, like a cancelled flight, a sudden health scare, or navigating a foreign city's busy streets, can feel overwhelming and stressful. Financial vulnerability also rises. Seniors are often seen as prime targets for scams, particularly in unfamiliar places where local customs, currencies, and laws may differ. Navigating payments, avoiding fraud, and understanding travel insurance policies require clarity and caution that becomes even more critical with age. But here's the important point: none of this means seniors must give up on travel completely. It simply means that after 70, travel must be approached differently, with greater preparation, with honest self-awareness about physical limits, and with proactive steps to minimize risks. By understanding how the body and mind change with age, seniors can travel smarter, safer, and more comfortably. Choosing the right destinations, pacing activities, allowing more rest, prioritizing health preparations, and taking precautions against financial pitfalls can help ensure that travel continues to enrich life instead of threatening it. In the next sections, we'll dive into the 5 specific hidden dangers that seniors should be aware of when planning a trip, and equally important, how to protect yourself if you still choose to explore the world. Because at the end of the day, travel should be a source of joy, not regret. 5 hidden dangers seniors face when traveling. Danger 1. Increased health risks and medical emergencies. Mr. James, a 74-year-old retired teacher, always believed that cruising was the safest way to travel. Calm, leisurely, and stress-free, or so he thought. But on the 4th day of his dream cruise, James began experiencing severe chest pain. The ship's medical staff did what they could, but being hundreds of miles from the nearest port delayed his access to full medical care. By the time James reached a hospital, his minor heart issue had escalated into a life-threatening emergency. James's story highlights one of the greatest hidden dangers of traveling after 70, increased health risks and limited access to emergency care. As we age, conditions like high blood pressure, heart disease, and respiratory problems become more common and more unpredictable. While a minor issue at home might be quickly treated, traveling means you're often far from familiar doctors, hospitals, and pharmacies. In an emergency, every minute counts, and delays can be devastating. Long flights increase the risk of blood clots. Changes in altitude or dehydration can strain the heart and lungs. Even a simple infection can become serious much faster in an unfamiliar environment. For seniors considering travel, the most important step is preparation. Before any trip, consult your doctor, carry a complete list of medications, and invest in comprehensive travel insurance that covers medical emergencies and evacuations. Because the true value of a vacation isn't just seeing new places, it's returning home safe, healthy, and filled with good memories. Danger 2. Higher exposure to infections and contaminants. Mrs. Helen, an energetic 76-year-old, loved meeting new people and trying new foods wherever she traveled. On a recent overseas trip, she happily sampled local dishes at bustling markets and didn't think twice about sipping water offered at restaurants. A few days into her trip, however, she fell violently ill. What started as mild stomach discomfort soon led to severe dehydration and a week-long hospital stay that left her feeling weaker than ever before. Helen's experience reveals a critical risk: increased exposure to infections and contaminants when traveling. As we age, our immune systems weaken naturally, making it harder to fight off bacteria, viruses, and unfamiliar germs. Airplanes recycle air for hours, packed with travelers from every corner of the globe. Airports, hotel rooms, taxis, these are high-touch environments where viruses and bacteria thrive. For seniors, a simple cold can escalate into pneumonia, and a mild stomach bug can cause serious dehydration and hospitalization. Food and water safety is another major concern. Seniors' digestive systems are more sensitive, and trying unfamiliar foods or drinking unfiltered water dramatically raises the risk of foodborne illnesses like norovirus, salmonella, and E. coli. To stay safe, seniors should carry hand sanitizer, wear masks in crowded areas, stick to bottled or filtered water, and choose fully cooked foods from trusted places. In travel, as in life, a little extra caution can protect your health and your future adventures. Danger 3. Travel fatigue and recovery challenges. Mr. Richard, a spirited 75-year-old, eagerly boarded a plane for his long-awaited trip to Italy. He imagined days of sightseeing, local cuisine, and rich memories. But after the 10-hour flight, shifting time zones, and dragging luggage through crowded airports, Richard found himself utterly exhausted. Instead of exploring Rome's beauty, he spent most of his trip resting in his hotel room, struggling to regain his strength. Richard's experience highlights a hidden reality for many seniors: the body's ability to recover from travel stress diminishes with age. After 70, sleep patterns often become lighter and more fragmented. Long flights, early hotel check-ins, different beds, and new schedules all disturb restful sleep even further. Jet lag lingers longer, dehydration sets in faster, and physical fatigue builds more quickly, making it harder to bounce back after a tiring journey. Extended periods of sitting during flights or tours can also cause joint stiffness, swelling, and circulation problems, especially for seniors with arthritis or mobility challenges. Instead of rejuvenation, travel often leaves older adults feeling drained, disoriented, and vulnerable to illness or injury. The solution lies in thoughtful pacing. Seniors should plan for frequent rest days, avoid jam-packed schedules, stay hydrated, and listen to their bodies. A beautiful journey isn't about checking off every landmark, it's about savoring each moment without overwhelming the body. Gentle travel creates lasting memories. Exhausted travel leaves only regret. Danger 4. Higher risk of falls and injuries. Mrs. Linda, a vibrant 78-year-old, had always dreamed of walking the historic streets of Europe. When she finally arrived in Italy, the beauty was everything she imagined. But navigating the uneven cobblestone paths proved more challenging than expected. One evening, while stepping off a curb in a dimly lit alley, Linda lost her balance and fell hard, fracturing her hip. What began as a dream vacation turned into emergency surgery and months of painful recovery. Linda's story illustrates a serious danger: the higher risk of falls and injuries during travel after 70. As we age, our balance, reflexes, and bone density naturally decline. Unfamiliar environments, like uneven sidewalks, slippery hotel bathrooms, or steep stairs, present new hazards that are easy to underestimate. Add in travel fatigue, jet lag, or carrying heavy luggage, and the risk of missteps grows even greater. A simple fall that might have been a minor bruise years ago can now result in broken bones, long hospital stays, loss of independence, and even permanent mobility challenges. In unfamiliar places, emergency care might not be as immediate or advanced as what we expect at home, increasing the risks even further. The best way to stay safe is by choosing senior-friendly destinations, wearing supportive shoes, using mobility aids if needed, and giving yourself permission to move carefully and mindfully. Because protecting your steps means protecting your freedom to keep exploring. Danger 5. Financial risks and travel insurance issues. Mr. George, a careful 76-year-old planner, thought he had covered every detail for his dream vacation to a tropical island. But when he arrived, he found out the hotel he booked online didn't even exist. Scammed out of thousands of dollars and with nowhere to stay, George had to scramble to find new accommodations, spending far more than he had budgeted just to have a roof over his head. George's experience is a painful reminder of another hidden danger seniors face when traveling: financial risks and travel insurance gaps. Many seniors assume their regular health insurance covers emergencies abroad, only to discover too late that it doesn't. Without proper travel insurance, medical emergencies, hospital stays, or emergency evacuations can lead to devastating out-of-pocket expenses, sometimes totaling tens of thousands of dollars. Then there are the scams: fraudulent vacation packages, fake taxis, inflated prices, that specifically target seniors who may be unfamiliar with their surroundings. The financial toll can turn an exciting trip into a stressful, costly ordeal that lingers long after the vacation ends. The solution is simple but vital: always purchase comprehensive travel insurance that covers medical emergencies, cancellations, and lost belongings. Book through reputable agencies and double-check every reservation. Stay vigilant with personal finances while abroad. Because true peace of mind on a journey isn't just about where you go, it's knowing you're protected every step of the way. Practical safety tips for seniors who still want to travel. Practical tip 1. Pre-trip health check and medical preparation. Before embarking on a long-awaited trip to Alaska, Mrs. Elaine, a 79-year-old adventurer, made one wise decision. She scheduled a complete health checkup. Her doctor discovered an early heart rhythm irregularity that could have turned serious during the trip. With the right medications and precautions in place, Elaine adjusted her travel plans slightly, and still enjoyed her vacation with confidence and peace of mind. Elaine's choice highlights an essential rule for seniors who travel: never skip a pre-trip health assessment. After 70, underlying conditions can escalate quickly under the physical stress of travel. A full medical checkup helps identify potential issues, such as heart risks, circulation concerns, or respiratory vulnerabilities, that may need attention before you step onto a plane or cruise ship. It's also important to carry a clear, updated list of medications, including dosages and doctor's contact information. Packing extra supplies, as well as medications for common issues like stomach upsets, infections, or altitude sickness, adds another layer of protection. If traveling abroad, seniors should also ensure they have any necessary vaccinations and a basic understanding of the healthcare system at their destination. Taking time to prepare medically is not a burden, it's a gift you give yourself and your loved ones. Because when you travel with health and confidence, the world opens up in beautiful, safe ways. Practical tip 2. Smart itinerary planning and pacing. Mr. Harold, a 77-year-old music lover, once booked a whirlwind European tour, 8 cities in 12 days. Though the idea sounded thrilling at first, Harold found himself utterly drained by the 4th stop, missing concerts he had longed to attend because he simply couldn't keep up with the exhausting pace. Harold's experience reveals an important truth: after 70, the way you plan your trip matters as much as where you go. The body's ability to recover from physical exertion diminishes with age. Cramming too many activities into too little time strains the muscles, weakens the immune system, and increases the risk of injury or illness. Instead of racing from site to site, seniors benefit from smart, gentle pacing. Building rest days into your schedule, limiting activities to 1 or 2 highlights per day, and allowing flexibility for how you feel each morning can transform travel from a grueling marathon into a joyful stroll. Choosing accommodations in central, easily walkable areas can reduce transportation fatigue. Prioritizing experiences that truly matter, rather than trying to see everything, brings deeper satisfaction and lasting memories. Traveling at your own pace is not about doing less. It's about experiencing more connection, more beauty, and more joy, without sacrificing your health and well-being along the way. Practical tip 3. Choosing safe, senior-friendly destinations. Mrs. Margaret, a 79-year-old history enthusiast, dreamed of visiting ancient ruins in a faraway country. But after reading about the steep, uneven trails and lack of nearby medical care, she made a wise decision, choosing a destination closer to home, with easy walking paths, good accessibility, and excellent healthcare facilities. In the end, her trip was filled with joy, not stress. Margaret's choice teaches an important lesson: where you travel matters just as much as how you travel. At 70 and beyond, selecting a destination that matches your current physical abilities and health needs isn't limiting, it's empowering. Cities and towns with well-paved sidewalks, accessible hotels, reliable transportation, and nearby medical facilities create a safer and far more enjoyable travel experience. Destinations with moderate climates, senior discounts, and friendly infrastructures, such as well-marked trails, ramps, and elevators, help reduce fatigue, prevent injuries, and offer peace of mind. Traveling somewhere with a similar time zone also minimizes jet lag, allowing your body to stay balanced and strong. Choosing wisely doesn't mean giving up adventure. It means redefining it, finding wonder in places where you can move freely, rest when needed, and soak up new experiences without putting your health at risk. Travel is about savoring life, not pushing through it. The right destination opens the door to memories that nourish your heart, body, and spirit. Travel holds a special place in our hearts. It represents freedom, discovery, and the joy of new experiences. But after 70, it's no longer just about where we want to go, it's about how we care for ourselves along the way. Throughout today's journey, we uncovered the hidden challenges seniors often face when traveling. We spoke about the increased risks of health emergencies, the unseen dangers of infections and contaminants, the exhausting toll of travel fatigue, the very real threat of falls and injuries, and the financial pitfalls that can catch even the most careful travelers off guard. These risks aren't meant to frighten you. They are reminders, gentle, wise reminders, that our bodies deserve extra care, not less, as we continue to explore the world. There is no shame in adjusting how we travel. There is no loss in choosing comfort, safety, and peace of mind over rushing, pushing, or pretending we are still 30 years old. In fact, it's one of the greatest acts of love we can show ourselves, honoring the life we've lived, the body that carries us, and the years of wisdom we've gathered. Travel after 70 can still be magical, but the magic now comes from traveling thoughtfully, at your own pace, with your health and happiness leading the way. It comes from choosing destinations that nourish, not exhaust. It comes from building rest into the schedule, savoring each experience slowly, and knowing when to say enough for today. Some of the richest journeys don't come from crossing oceans or climbing mountains. They come from walking through a quiet garden, visiting a new museum, sharing a long conversation with locals, or simply feeling the warmth of the sun in a new place. You deserve to travel in a way that leaves you stronger, not weaker. You deserve to create memories that fill your heart, not drain your spirit. So, as you dream of your next adventure, do so with open eyes and a gentle hand on your own shoulder. Prepare wisely, listen to your body, choose your destinations carefully, and then go and experience the world in the way that brings you true joy. Because life after 70 is not about racing to see everything. It's about embracing what matters most, and letting every step you take be a celebration of the wonderful life you've built. If today's message resonated with you, my friend, I encourage you to take the next step, starting right now. Before you plan your next journey, pause for a moment and truly listen to your body and heart. Ask yourself, am I choosing a destination that supports my health? Have I prepared properly with my doctor and my travel plans? Have I built in enough time to rest, to savor, and to truly enjoy? These aren't just travel tips, they're lifelong habits of honoring yourself, your well-being, and the beautiful years you have worked so hard to reach. Taking these precautions isn't about limiting your life, it's about expanding it, making sure every moment you experience is filled with energy, comfort, and joy, not hidden risks or regret. If you know someone else who is planning to travel after 70, please share this video with them. A simple conversation can make a world of difference. It might help someone you love avoid unnecessary hardships and instead create memories that nourish the soul. And if you found value here today, I warmly invite you to subscribe to Elder Spark. Our community is built on wisdom, care, and the belief that aging is not about slowing down, it's about living with more heart, more meaning, and more intention. Join us as we continue exploring ways to live fully, wisely, and vibrantly in every season of life. Because your best adventures are still ahead, waiting for you to walk toward them, with both courage and care. Today, we uncovered 5 hidden dangers that seniors face when traveling after 70, health emergencies, infections, travel fatigue, fall risks, and financial traps. Each of these challenges reminds us that while adventure is still possible, it requires greater preparation, self-awareness, and care. We also explored 3 practical ways to travel wisely: getting a full health check before leaving, planning slower, more thoughtful itineraries, and choosing safe, senior-friendly destinations. Travel can still be one of life's great joys, even after 70, if we honor the needs of our bodies and minds. With the right steps, each journey can become a celebration of life, strength, and wisdom, not a source of unnecessary risk. Stay safe, stay prepared, and may your next adventure be one that fills your heart with light and your spirit with peace.